Okay. I think yesterday we calculated this. We got value 3. Am I audible for them? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you know that we computed yesterday the odds ratio 3, isn't it? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if spending is 3.5 and 2.5, cards equal to 1, cards equal to 1. For this scenario, you please calculate odds.
So your screen is not visible.
I think we have not done this.
No, sir. This one.
This one we have not done.
No.
In the previous problem, I manipulated.
The screen is not visible.
Oh, okay. Screen is not visible.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Is that fine now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When spending is 2.5, fixed at 2.5, cards equal to 1, cards equal to 0, we computed p values 0.4517, 0.21544. We call this as P1 and this as P0. We computed odds ratio and we got odds ratio 3. Now what I am asking you to do is, you fix spending. In the previous problem, what you fixed? What you fixed? Spending you fixed. Manipulated the cards, 1 and 0. So this odds ratio is for cards. This odds ratio is for cards. Okay? Cards we are calling it as beta 2, correct? Beta 1 is spending, beta 2 is cards. Now, please compute odds ratio for beta 1. That is nothing but spending, because we manipulated spending variable. Okay, please do that. I want the value.
Zero point 5369 for the first one.
Okay, calculate the odds ratio.
Sir, 4.236.
Oh, please just wait for some time. Let's see what these people are getting.
One by that.
What happened? What? What is odds ratio?
1.14. 1.40.
1.4.
1.4. Safe? Aparna, what is the odds ratio you have?
Sir, I'm still calculating. I'm putting the equations, variables in the equation.
Hemant?
Sir, 4.46.
Odds ratio. What is the value you said you got?
1.40.
1.407 something.
Yes, sir. 40725.
Okay, when rounded 1.41. What about the others? Are we visible to them? Audible to them?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Audible.
So mic is not present. Tell me the value now.
Sir, 1.416. Get it?
1.41. Correct?
Yes, sir.
How you calculated this? Have you calculated this? You have calculated odds 1 and odds 0. Correct? Then you got 1.41. This is odds ratio of beta 1. Beta 1 means pending. What is the odds ratio of beta 2? That's going to be computed. That is COTS. Yeah. What is odds ratio of beta 2? I think it is 3.
2.98. Yes, sir.
It is 3. Due to rounding error, you got 2.98 something. But actually it is 3 only. If you don't round it and you continue to whatever the value is there in the calculator and do it, you get perfectly. Is it 3 correct or not?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay. So, I think you have a very lengthy calculation for odds ratio, correct? Right? I told you the value is correct or wrong because I have a shortcut. 1.41 and 3. I told you this should be 3 and this is 1.407 something, 1.41 otherwise. Isn't it? What is the shortcut? Shortcut is like this. What is the beta 1 value? What is the beta 1? 0.3416. Good. Beta 2.
1.0987.
Is it right? Correct. So, what is the value of e power 0.3416?
1.407.
What is e to the power of 1.0987?
3.
3 perfect.
3.00026.
So 3 only. See how fast we can calculate odds ratio? So this is the odds ratio of beta 1 and this is odds ratio of odds ratio of beta 2 is 3, odds ratio of beta 1 is 1.407. Is it right? How do you interpret this? You know, odds means chances, correct? Odds means chances. Okay. Odds means chances. Beta 1, 1.407, beta 2, 3. How the odds improve? Let us go back. First, we'll interpret this one. What is actually odds beta 1? What is beta 1? What is beta 1?
1.07.
Beta 1 is spending, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Beta 1 is spending. When beta 1 is spending, and also please see the difference between them. Correct? If for every $1 increase in spending, the odds are improving by how many times?
1.41.
1.41 times the odds are improving. Okay. All of you understood this interpretation? Yes or no? For every $1 increase in spending, the odds are improving by 1.41 times. 1.41 times it's increasing. Coming to beta 2, if the person uses card, the odds will improve by 3 times. Odds improve by 3 times. Isn't it? You know, in online shopping, people start shopping thinking about one product. They want to buy only one and come out. But some people will have a habit of browsing the suggestions and making more purchases. If you have any logistic regression model kind of thing, if you show according to the suggestions, better suggestions, then the chance of purchase of the suggestion improves like this, if you know the odds. If you know the odds for each category, there are different categories. Once you buy mobile, they will show some accessories. The accessories can be the safeguarding the mobile, or otherwise the earphones, insurance, whatnot. So many things. But which particular one improves the sale in these 3 categories? So first they will show that particular one only. If you buy the mobile, they can show various earphones. That can be a suggestion. Okay? There are various types of brands, Sony, Philips, and what is that other brand? This Sennheiser. Okay, both. Like that, there are. Among these brands also, which particular brand has more likelihood? Again, this one odds. For everything, if you have odds, whichever odds is more, you can show that particular solution, so that there is more, there can be more likelihood for a sale. Not more sales, more likelihood, probability of selling that particular solution is more. So these solutions can be made if you have any algorithm that is based on logistic regression. You can make this kind of solution. Do you understand, Hemant, Aparna?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how logistic regression nowadays is having a lot of application. So in analytics, logistic regression plays a very important role. You must master this particular one. Okay? Fine. So now, what about testing? Please note that in any logistic regression model, what are the things we have to consider? Last time I discussed already.
2 types of petrol.
I will tell. Okay. Fourth point I have just discussed, interpretation of odds ratio. That's very important. Calculation and interpretation of odds ratio. You understood odds ratio, Lundy calculation, you know. I made you to solve it by Lundy method. But don't, you need not use that. Just to make you understand, I asked you to do that way. But what is the shortcut method? If you know beta 1, beta 2, etc., simply calculate e to the power of beta 1, you get the odds ratio. You need not follow the Lundy method. It is waste. If I don't give you beta 1, beta 2 and ask you to calculate the odds ratio, then only you should try that. Okay? Fine. Now, I'll share my screen. Can you one of you please minimize that?
Sorry?
Minimize.
Okay.
See whether you can see the screen. Yeah, double tap. No. Are you able to see this? Okay, once again running the code. Okay. So my data is read CSV Simmons data. Please refer to the textbook for this case. Is a case problem. Read the Simmons case, and you can understand about the variables. I already showed you the variables, and you know the variables are had my data. Yeah. What are the variables? What are the variables?
Customer selecting car and coupon.
Customer, no, customer is serial number like. Customer is not variable. Spending, card, coupon. These are the variables. And among these three variables, there are only three variables. Among these three variables, which variable is considered as dependent variable? That is the response variable. Alternative name for dependent variable is response variable. Which one? Coupon? Coupon can be alternative. This is the response variable or dependent variable. Okay? Fine. Then spending and card. These two are the independent variables which we already discussed, and we got beta 1, beta 2 for this. Okay? So I am running the model and the model summary. Right. In this, intercept is minus 2.1464. Spending intercept, that is beta 1. Beta 1 is 0.3416. Beta 2 is equal to 1.0987. You got beta naught, beta 1, beta 2. Are these betas significant? Individual betas. Individual betas, are they significant?
Yes, sir.
They are significant because the p-value here for beta naught, that is the intercept, 0.00, 0.0002, very small. And this is 0.0008, 008, less than 0.05. And this is also less than 0.05. At 5% level, all are significant, correct? All are significant at 5% level. If they are all significant at 5% level, you must have all the variables in the model. If any particular variable's beta is not significant, you can drop that variable after sufficient analysis. But here, what we understand is all these variables are significant. Okay, that. So testing individual betas, that is the second point I asked you to do. You got it? Can you show the? Can you show that board?
Which one, sir?
Board. Whiteboard. Individual betas we have just done.
Okay.
No. Arrow. Yeah. The second one is significance of individual parameters.
Yes, sir.
All of you understood? Second point I have done. Fourth point also I have done. Correct? Significance of individual parameters I have done just now. Okay. Now, I am testing the model significance. Let me share my screen. Yeah, this you minimize. Otherwise, you cannot.
We can, sir.
All of you, please look at the code. LM test, likelihood ratio test, model 1. I am running the code. Please note that this is testing significance of the
Individual.
model, entire model, the number 1. Number one is what? Testing significance of the model. Okay. What is the likelihood ratio test follows chi-square distribution, and what is the p-value? And nobody's. Those people invisible, please speak now. In online classes also Satyus are active, but online also I could see some response from you, but many of them people just like.
So, all the active people are in class now.
Let us speak out someone. What is the p-value? Aparna,
Yes, sir.
what is the p-value? Muskan?
Yes, sir. So the p value is 0.0001.
Is it significant?
Yes, sir, it is significant.
It is significant. That means is the model significant?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The model is significant. Suppose you want to perform significance of the model parameters individually once again using the val test. Earlier we have done likelihood ratio test. There is val test also. If you do val test, then are they significant? These two values. Of course, likelihood ratio test confirm that they are significant. Even val test also is confirming that they are significant. Beta 1, beta 2. Huh? Beta 1, beta 2, are they significant?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, they are significant.
Yes, sir.
So even the valve test also confirms. Right? In the model, how many, what is the degrees of freedom here? In the degrees of freedom, what is the value here? Forget about 2 minus sign is that's 2 because there are 2 parameters. Correct? Tell me this value now. What is 0.3416 by 0.1287? One of you please calculate this.
Sir, 0.3416 divided by
This value divided by this value.
0.31.
What?
31. 311.
0.31. Right?
Sir, 2.654.
Yes, sir, 2.654.
2.654.
Yes, sir.
Please square that number.
Seven point zero four.
Is it the value close to this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is the formula for chi-square? Chi-square? What is the formula for chi-square? Coefficient beta 1, beta divided by its standard error square. Correct? What you have done? Similarly, please verify the second one.
Beta divided by standard error curve. Yeah.
Divide these two on square. 1.0987 divided by 0.44447.
6.10.
6.1.1041.
All of you understood? Yeah.
Sir, can I go to the print?
I do one thing. Control L. There is model summary now. Okay. Now it's fine.
Yes.
Now again, which one we have done?
What?
Good. This one. Correct? Okay. Now both are here. You please do the calculation if you want. We do it for only for beta 1, beta 2. For beta not required. This is test based on val given by a statistician called Wald. And please note that it is having 1 degree of freedom. So you can check the tables and conclude. But here, anyhow, you got p value. I think all of you understood this.
So I understood till that chi-square value, but can you please explain after that again?
Which one? Now, if you are calculating for spending now,
sir.
Suppose you are doing for spelling. I asked you to calculate the ratio of these two numbers highlighted.
Yes, sir.
And after calculating the ratio, you square them.
Yes, sir. We got chi-square value.
What is that value?
So that is 7.049.
Same value you got, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And similarly, chords also you got the same value.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Even if you are not aware of this particular test, this test results you can get it from this one only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. This is what it is.
Okay, sir.
What are the odds ratios? Odds ratios. I'm printing here. What are the odds ratios?
1.4.
You got them already, right? E to the power of beta 1 on beta 2. These are the values. You can get them. Okay? Next, Posner-Lemchow test. Posner-Lemchow. So, goodness of it, yes. Just let me modify. We call that as mod 1. Mod 1 fitted mod 1. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. Posner-Lemchow test, goodness of fit test. What is the chi-square value? What is the distribution of Posner-Lemchow? It is chi-square. And what is the p-value? Is it more than 0.05? Huh? Is not 0.3948 more than 0.05?
Yes.
0.05, not 0.5. Okay. Do you accept H0 or reject H0? Why nobody is speaking? Muskan,
Yes, sir.
do you accept H0 or reject H0?
Sir, accept.
Accept. What is H0?
Sir, H0 is 0.0. Sorry. Okay, H0 is like, it is a good fit, sir.
Okay. You are accepting it, right?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, according to Posner-Lemchow test, the fit is good for this data. Which fit? The model.
Yes, sir.
Model is a good fit. All right. So we have completed logistic regression. The 4 points we discussed. Overall significance of model, individual parameter significance, goodness of it by Posner-Lemchow, and interpretation of odds ratio. Yeah. Now you can ask any question. So next week we are going to start a new topic. Next topic, yeah.
So in all these tests, we use the p-value to see that the model is significant or not. Only in Durbin-Watson test, we just look at all the values, right, sir?
Durbin Watson.
So not in these, I'm not in this. I'm talking about the earlier test, what we did, like hydrostaticity and Durbin-Watson and all. Like all in all those tests and all these tests, what we are doing in right now in logistic regression, we are just using the p-value to check.
Yeah, p-value we will check. Correct.
Yes, sir. Okay. And only in Durbin-Watson test, we check the value of every model, because in that we have to consider the academic value, that is 10.
Durbin Watson test, we check the statistic value. If statistic value is between 1.5 and 2.5, no correlation. No
Okay,
correlation. Correct.
Yes, sir.
And coming to, there is no p-value concept in Durbin Watson. And even multicollinearity VIF, if VIF is 10 or more, there is multicollinearity. Otherwise, no multicollinearity. Correct?
Yes, sir. In that we consider one academic value, that is 10, and then we just.
Correct.
Yes, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
What Garipati? You can ask further questions on the topics completed, because I don't want to start the new topic today. Next week only I want to start. If you have any question from regression, that is complete regression, includes multiple and logistic, we can discuss.
Sir, can you please share these R codes with us?
Yeah. Yes, anything else?
Sir, can you please explain Durbin-Watson test once again? I am little bit confused.
No, Durbin Watson test.
Yes, sir.
That's the random goes. Okay. You know that Durbin Watson, if it is 2, no correlation. If it is toward this side, positive correlation. If it is this side, negative correlation. But in no test, you can get perfectly value 2. There is always some margin. How much margin you consider? The margin you consider is 0.5. So 1.5 to 2.5. if it is between 1.5 and 2.5, no? No auto correlation. If it is between 0 and 0.15,
There will be auto correlation.
positive auto correlation, correct?
Yes, sir.
If it is between these two, negative correlation, correct? Correlation symbol is rho.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
Yeah, any more?
Sir, right now we just solved the value of beta 1 when we were doing, when we were finding the odds ratio. So at that time you said to solve beta 1 value exponentially. So we can't solve it by using the formula as we earlier did for the beta naught.
We need not. It's a lengthy formula. We said no. Odds ratio calculation. Odds ratio calculation is lengthy. If you use P1, P0, 1 minus P1, all those
Yes.
things.
So, but I did that, but I am not getting the value through that formula. But if I am solving exponentially, I am getting that value.
Maybe there is some mistake. Otherwise, you will not get. Both will give you the same answer. That is because we know the theory. Based on the theory only, I said. I made you to calculate and you set the value. And I told you the shortcut. E to the power beta 1, e to the power beta 2. That is
Yes. Okay, sir.
Yeah, any more? Okay, give your attendance. Of the data.
Okay. These are what we-
Right.